Memorial Day weekend, and actually welcome to the Hmong Veteran Memorial. This is our first ever, but it's very important, and thank you for your coming. Let me introduce our MC today, who will be communicate between program in English and Hmong. A former council member, a friend of mine who have all kind of desire and know him for many years when he was a businessman, a consultant. Decided to run for city council and serve 2-year term. Very active member in the community who's now leading our community in a very different aspect of business, culture, the community, and you name it. And today we're so pleased to have him as our MC. And before we do that, let me thank his agency as well, also help us to coordinate all this stuff. And I appreciate it very much. Please welcome former Councilman Blanchard.
我真闹皮了，讲到容头人啦，ก็ตัวอย่างตัวไทยจอเลยไปจอท้าหรือจอไปเสียงบุญยูทอไปอย่างปีเขาหรือเสื้อก็ตัวอย่างไปไทยตัวอย่างแอฟริกันอย่างชั่วโมงก่อนเนี่ยไปจอโต๊ะการมาสอนอย่างไรฮะตัวเฉพาะท้ายจอหรือนั้น Just quickly welcome and thank you everyone for being here for this first annual event that is being hosted by our veterans organization. Obviously, this is Memorial Day weekend for us here in this country, and throughout this country we are recognizing, respecting, and remembering all those that have made the ultimate sacrifice, but to also those that continue to serve. And so it's extremely important for us as a community that we understand what that means. But here specifically in Fresno and for our Hmong community, it's also equally important. Not only do we support what's going on around the country, but also remember our own service and commitment and sacrifice to this country. So to see all my veterans, it's very humbling. Obviously, I have a personal connection just because I've seen many of these folks throughout the years of my service, and I keep kidding, those that I serve, that every single year we have less and less, and so we need to continue to remember and honor their sacrifice and remember all the things that they've done, not only for us as a community, but also for this country as well. But with that, I know that there's some scheduling things, but I want to make sure that we have some minor changes, and I'll quickly welcome everybody involved, and then we're going to begin with the program. 他知道可能不在他说的叫他们干没接的是有传到呢，用啥在他们从那说都没叫过去生叫那叫去叫碰着去叫都在都热，那要一路去见叫被从那说都去啊他。别的地方没干那件，路 weekend 那年不到 Memorial Day weekend， 那路边就主要，然后主要都抓的那，可能好几件别的边就地方没干，就从那出都到地台都得看咯，好几件就被鸟我这上咯，我发现那些别人就被蒙得长子哈，只莫没人来吃那些，别人都多少都不到得看咯，蒙到路得看不明，到一路干到才从那出都，我们是在找。每到市面路时候，不花的人都蛮少，实在因为到好轮到，其实没钱端就被讲，端就老个来讲，炒，现在炒，白色炒从来出多，我尝到呢。We have some special guests. I just want to make sure I bring them up to the front. 可能呢，嘢但是呢，嘢比有比好來咁樣子，古套個比較都在就有。叫路位了，路半多跟上来也他们比没好了，但是呢没好了没比到了。We're going to begin with the ceremony of the carrying the wreath to the Lao Memorial, Veterans Memorial statue here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and ask everyone to please stand for this. going to ask everyone to remain standing and please a moment of silence. This is honoring and remembering our Hmong brave soldiers who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom. Một trận đó nè, tại vì nói chứ bây giờ họ có biết tuần sai kia dạng để tôi không mình cái ra national anthem họ nói chuyện này họ thêm là bị họ lại cả nè, một họ có biết tuần sai tôi xong rồi họ có sự coi sai tôi we're gonna go ahead and right now do the national anthem. Kia Yang will be blessing us with her beautiful voice, so please remain standing.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. Watch out.
Please, everybody, be seated. Hôm nay bây giờ tôi này hà là gì có tại bây giờ bây giờ họ chuyên sinh cho special cho nó cho chữ, bây giờ mỗi họ lựa bây giờ plan này gì bây giờ bọn họ đã bây giờ lúc sẽ chụp vào hai giờ là vấn đề, sơ sài này chẳng ha, còn nó này gì bây giờ họ có tôi phỏng vấn này gì bọn họ có bây giờ bọn là bây giờ bọn bọn gì, chứ còn nó nè, 我们是在找问题啊，我要在到被对讲那个去呢，那可别是在报道的，对咱准备讲。Just before we begin our speaking, we have some special guests that are here, especially our elected friends and folks that have supported our community. So I just want to quickly recognize them before we begin our speaking part of the ceremony. With that, I'll begin with a good friend for our community who has served our community for a long time. At the state level, at the federal level, and continue to be a champion for our Hmong community. And he's been at the forefront for many of our Hmong issues, especially with this last big request that the community has asked of him to be that champion at the White House and to get that through. I want to make sure that we know how difficult that road was. It's amazing and commitment to our community. So, Jim, just stand up so everybody know that you're here. Congressman Jim Costa. Next is who's also been a long friend of our community, but a personal friend of mine as well, who continues to serve. He's served us in many capacities from the local level, and now he's over at the Board of Supervisors doing his work for our community. Sal, continue for your support. Supervisor Sal Quintero, please. representing the city of Fresno, and also I've worked for us in many capacities as Fresno Unified School Board trustees, and now has a chance to, or have been serving our community over in Southeast Fresno for the last several years, but also been a friend in pushing many of the important things for us locally here and for the Hmong community. Councilmember Luis Chavez, please stand. To our two trustees from State Center Community College, education, continues to be the backbone for our community, and that has been one of the major issues that the general has pushed when he was alive, continues to push from our community, and with his son being here as well. So I would like both Trustee Eric Payne, State Center Community College, and Trustee Miguel Arias to also stand up, please. And then from Assembly Member Joaquin Arambla's office, I know she ran over here quickly, there was some change, but thank you for your commitment. I keep getting her name mixed up, she just corrected me again, but she is really the chief of what goes on in there. Anna, please stand. And then one of our newer partners and organizations that is working with law veterans and myself, Colonel Rios from Clovis Memorial, thank you very much, I appreciate you being here. So with that, we'll begin with our speaking. I know that we're supposed to have a welcoming remark from our president, but I know that Congressman Casa has some work to do as well, and so I'm going to ask him to come before we get there. And we have Chining's going to be here in a few too. So please, Congressman, come and Sasa.
Good morning.
Morning.
It is fitting and appropriate that we gather here today to recognize our veterans throughout the country. For Memorial Day, Memorial Weekend is an opportunity for all of us to say thank you. Today we say thank you to the Lao veterans of America, to the Hmong, to the larger Southeast Asian community that from 1961 to 1975 served as our partner, our ally during the Vietnam War. And Memorial Day across our great country is an opportunity to say thank you to those men and women and their families who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our nation. We have members of the Special Guerrilla Unit, the SGU, here this morning with the son of General Vang Pao, who was a friend, a mentor, and in some cases a family member for so many of us. He and so many of the other leaders of the Hmong community at the end of this war wondered what would become of them, what would become of their sacrifice, what would become of the commitment of their families. Because when I speak at Memorial Day services throughout our valley, I always remind people that it was not just the individuals who fought, and yes, some who made the ultimate sacrifice, but their families. Their families. Many of your families that are here today also made that sacrifice. So it is fitting and appropriate that the Hmong community in Fresno, the largest Hmong community in California, take this opportunity to recognize their own who participated and fought so that their families would have better opportunities in a new world. And so this statue reflects that conflict. It is a fitting reminder that our freedoms that we cherish in this country, our freedoms of speech, our freedoms of assembly, our freedom of worship, our freedom of expression, these freedoms that we cherish in a democratic society, the rule of law, always first and foremost maintaining the protection of human rights that are the essence of any free society, that these values cannot be maintained nor protected without a willingness to fight for those. And for 240 years of our nation's history, when those freedoms have been threatened, men and women have answered the call. And it's ironic, but yet an important point to note, that America still, notwithstanding our challenges, remains a beacon of light around the world for those freedoms and those values. So much so that Hmong people in the highlands of Laos and Cambodia would understand, and many of them are here, they are getting older, but to think in their 60s, in the 1970s, they were young people, they were vibrant, and yet they understood this idea, this concept of a dream called America, and they wanted their people to be as free and to have as many opportunities in a changing world in Southeast Asia. And so they joined and became a part of this American effort. And for their sacrifices, President Ford in 1975 signed an executive order that said after the Vietnam War that those that could come here would be accepted as legalized members of our country with the opportunity to obtain citizenship. And it's been a struggle. It's been a difficult journey. It's been a diaspora that we are all familiar with, because I've had the honor to represent this community both in Sacramento and Washington, D.C. And I've seen the growth. I've seen the success. I've seen the first generation, now the second generation, who remember their culture and their language because of their parents and their grandparents. But they also understand the importance of continuing the story of this incredible contribution and sacrifice that the Hmong and Lao families, the Lao veterans of America, that have been established to ensure that we never forget that some made the ultimate sacrifice. And so therefore their families made the ultimate sacrifice with them. So we bowed our heads this morning in a moment of silence to think of all of those men and women, those soldiers, General Vang Pao, and the incredible charisma that he provided that is reflected in this unit that's here today. The pride of wearing the uniform from so many years ago. So, as your congressman, we have tried very hard to ensure that that sacrifice is remembered by the United States of America. This year we were able to finally pass legislation that allowed the special guerrilla units to be recognized in such a way. We still have work to do on that legislation. I am still committed to doing that work. We had meetings this week, and we will continue to work with Senator Murkowski and Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Congressman Paul Cook, to ensure that all that would like to participate in that honor receive that honor, because you've earned it. So as we close, as I close, let me just say that Memorial Day for our families, our communities throughout this country, throughout this great land of ours, is not just a time to have celebration with family and friends. That is good, and we should. But it's also a time to remember those brave soldiers reflected in this incredible statue who made the ultimate sacrifice. For they are who we honor tonight, tomorrow, and on Monday. And so I want to thank the Lao Veterans of America for establishing this first ceremony to ensure that the Hmong and Lao veterans are remembered in that same fashion, that their sacrifices not be forgotten and their family sacrifices not be forgotten. And in that way, each and every one of us say thank you. Ajong.
Để biết vì mà biết tôi cũng bắt thành tôi chạy to sau này cho tôi tôi suy nghĩ sang này cha càng sợ nếu mới khó được chuyện kia nên tôi thay chế bé nhà tăng của họ bé chơi cho nó cho chỉ tôi chế bé họ lại càng cho nhà này ha flexible trong mình chỉ nè để nó xử nó của sang thọ cái bé tôi chơi bắt thành là lao vào tôi chạy to suốt là mỗi nhà luôn hai cho bé sau này cho tôi chạy bạn我真的这个的。
Thank you, Blong. Thank you for you allow me the time to speak here. I'm not as good speaker as you and Jim, but I'll try my best. Okay, nhớ rằng, first of all, I need to say good morning, everyone, and then I'll speak in Hmong later. Okay, thank you. I'm not have a good memory, so I got to use my writing speech. Please apologize me. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Lao Veterans of America, I would like to welcome all our friends, our veterans, our family from both far and near. I would also like to welcome our city, county, and state elected officials who have taken time out of their busy schedule to join us today. We are all gathered here to honor and remember the many Hmong and Lao soldiers who put their life on the line that fought bravely along American advisor soldier and gave the ultimate act of sacrifice to our freedom. As we know, Vietnam War took the life of many of our loved ones, including my father when I was 12. And as Hmong would face any cleansing from the communists without the courage and the vision of our great General Vang. General Vang formed a partnership with U.S. that forever changed the future of the Hmong. He formed no school, he has mastermind, he revolutionized, and he has master plan to create, to form, to as the soldier who have formal education to teach our children. He always said, education is the key to a better life and brighter future. The Vietnam War forced many Hmong to continue to move and run their life due to massive killing and torture by the communists. Finally, in May 1975, because of the American government changed their politics and their foreign policy, our Hmong veterans and family had to raise thousands and thousands lives to cross the mighty Mekong River to our monarchy neighbor country, Thailand, and made the journey, the final journey to America, which we call home now. When the Hmong came to the United States, we were welcomed with open arms from family sponsor, agency, and churches. They will never know how much of an impact they made in our life. We are eternally grateful for all the help we receive from the local and federal government level. There are not enough words to express our gratitude and much appreciation for their genuine care for us Hmong family and veterans. Over 40 years ago, I never could imagine I stand here before you as President of Lao Veterans of America. I do not speak any English, and I did not know how to take care or support 7 of my children to build a better life and better future, to become self-sufficient. Through the government help, government assistance program, which was designed to assist refugee family and veteran family, I was able to get a college degree and work for Fresno Unified over 20 years. All we needed was a chance, and how
So
am I
continue to
proud?
thank them for their leadership and commitment to continue to serve our community, even at this stage of their life, which they should probably be retiring and enjoying life. But I'm pretty sure that'd be very difficult for this group to do. With that, I want to welcome our next speaker. You already heard a little bit about him, and so I don't think I need to further introduce our good friend, Supervisor Salvadero.
Thank you, Blong, and good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day, and I have to tell you, thank you for your inspiring words. And if you are Blong's uncle, you are my uncle. So, even though my hair is different color. I want to speak on 2 different levels here today, and first is on the local level. And I want to thank the Lao Veterans of America, the Fresno chapter, for the tremendous work that they've done. I read some of the history, and it was established in 1991 right here in Fresno. So you're approximately 27 years old this year. And I want to thank you for all the efforts and hard work that you've done in the community, and also working a lot on behalf with our elected officials and work for the recognition. One of the things that I'm very happy about, that the success that the Lao Veterans has had, is in forming strong relationships throughout the nation, especially within the Central Valley. One of the most important events or legislation that happened, that I believe that the Lao Veterans had a lot to do with, our local chapter, and being strong advocates, was that of the ultimate honorary recognition for its soldiers by the United States Congress' successful passage of the Hmong Veterans Service Recognition Act, which authorizes the Hmong soldiers to be buried in United States national cemeteries. And that is a very, very strong recognition. Congratulations for all your hard work. It was very, very important. And as I had heard some veterans say, now we are Americans. We are accepted. So we thank you for that. The other part that I want to speak about I had two brothers that served in the military, one in the late 1950s, the other in the late 50s and early 60s. And one of my brothers lives in Delaware, and he works very closely with some of the veterans groups over there, and he frequently emails me newsletters about the veterans activities going on throughout the country. And the last one that I received, the last newsletter I received, there was a letter in there from the Undersecretary of Memorial Affairs. His name is Randy Reeves. And I want to quote and read part of his letter because it's very appropriate for what today is. And he gives a very good background of it. So, and he said it's so much better than what I could state. So I'm going to read from his newsletter, and it's very appropriate for today. It was 150 years ago on this day that Memorial Day was established, and it was originally called Decoration Day, 150 years ago. What it encouraged for that day was that Americans should visit national cemeteries, burial plots, and battlefields to place flowers on the graves of the fallen. The outpouring of grief was a way for our nation to heal, just as we do every year on Memorial Day. The meaning of Memorial Day is meant to honor all the men and women who gave their last full measure of devotion and who never had the chance to return home to live full and meaningful lives. I'd like to focus on our thoughts and actions of the true meaning of Memorial Day because Memorial Day matters. Memorial Day matters. Many who served in the military, especially.
I want to thank Peter for your work with the Lao veterans. It's been a long path of work, but to our Hmong veterans, I want to say thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your work. And I want to say that today is a reminder that freedom is never free. I know that some of them carry those scars with them today, and your sacrifice was not in vain. And it was not in vain because as I was hearing the speakers talk about the accomplishments that have occurred since Hmong immigrants came to this country, I'm reminded of the beautiful diversity that we have in our community. And the other day I had the opportunity to attend the Fresno Center opening, and it was on my birthday. And it was a great reminder of how there's so much collaboration that goes on in our community, but all of the accomplishments that have happened have occurred because of the sacrifice of those that came before us. And so today is not just a day and not just a weekend to barbecue hot dogs and hamburgers, or in my case, burn hamburgers. It's more of a situation where we honor those that have come before us, their sacrifice, those that have fallen, those that never came back, those that are still missing. And it's a time for our families to really get together. And having had families in my family that served in the military, I can tell you that when they come back, they're a changed person. They're not the same when they left as when they come back. But I want to say also that who would have thought that because of the sacrifice of our Hmong veterans that came to Fresno specifically, that we would now have a school named after General Vang, that we would have activities that commemorate and celebrate our community. And who would have thought that Hmong language would be spoken at every single high school in Fresno Unified? And I can tell you that that didn't just happen. That happened because of the sacrifice of those that came before us. And I want to close because I think this is a perfect example. We heard some of our elders speak, and you know they've been doing this for a while. I'm a little bit younger. My hair's not white yet, but I can tell you that that appreciation for our Hmong community and for our Southeast Asian population has been instilled in me growing up in Southeast and working for Supervisor Sal Quintero. That's something that we have to keep working on, because we need the elders to show us the way so that we can carve our own path here in this country. And so I want to say thank you to Peter for coordinating the first Hmong memorial. I know there will be many, and we will definitely be there to support our community. Thank you.
To work in many capacity with our next speaker, and he continues to carry his father's legacy, to make sure that our community is engaged, to push for things that his father has valued in terms of education and cooperation, continues to be active in the community. I know what that means in terms of sacrifice, what you have to spend on our weekend, especially for our Hmong community. The weekend is our work week. The weekdays we work out in mainstream community. We go 8 to 5, whatever the schedule is. But then when it comes to the weekend, that's when we have to work for our community. And so to have that sacrifice, a young couple with children, I commend him, and I look forward to continue to working with him in moving our community forward. One day, kuchini, jare to halono, sangkwane vietnamese itu, yang lah, jauh tahu kata, biasanya pun lomé mo, nuci mo hak kita, halu besok itu tu, kalau yang kau cincin, dia kalau yang besok tu kau teh oke, kalau dia besok saat mo kaya, ya jauh bemu nem atau dia ikut cunci, oleh nak bukan jauh kucing itu hanya lu coba besok itu.
我只能到这邓布朗个条路，扩大参加过个人。Thank you very much, Blanc, for your very kind words and your warm remarks and regards to me today. 还有一种呢，这个的呢，讲从哪位还得被莫家夸，了个去保路蒙了，去走路蒙结果呀，还路米家湾的，个把对了，还路受到被种的这个呢，讲路蒙呢，呢还讲路程到古天。As many of the speakers before me and the speakers after me, we're all going to resonate the same message today. Because over the next 3 days, this is Memorial Weekend, so we'll be reflecting, we'll be honoring and remembering those men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice in the name of service for our freedom, liberty, and national security. It just doesn't stem from the Hmong Lao veterans here today, but it begins at the very beginning of the history of our country, of the Great Revolutionary War. That came with the formation of the United States of America that it is today. And along the way of some 250 years or so of our nation's history, of the many different conflicts and wars, from the Civil War to World War I, World War II, where the world faced fascism and the evil and tyranny that came with that, the Korean War, in our fight against communism, that led to the Vietnam War. That's where the story of the Lao Hmong and many other nations and groups of race and people and nationalities were all wound up into the Vietnam conflict. And after that, we had the long period of the Cold War, where it was a struggle between superpowers and proxy wars, and then the Gulf War, and then leading up to the conflicts that we still see today against the war on terrorism. We still have brave men and women who serve in uniform, including the Hmong and the Lao, who serve the United States Armed Forces today overseas in Afghanistan, Iraq, and those in clandestine operations in Syria and elsewhere. That we have men and women stationed around the world, in Japan, in South Korea, in Saudi Arabia, and in Europe. So we honor and remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, and we give our unwavering support for those who still serve
our country on the front lines today. And we honor those veterans who still are with us, who truly are our heroes. And today, uniquely and especially for the Hmong American community here in our Central Valley, we spend this moment at this time on this great morning or afternoon at this statue that was spearheaded by the Lao Veterans Organization that we see here today of Hmong soldiers rescuing a downed US pilot. I don't know if you guys can depict that, but that's what this statue depicts. And it's just one small component of what the Hmong and their service for this country and what they did, among a larger story that started, as you heard Congressman Casas said, started in 1961 when President Kennedy authorized the CIA to come and find this gentleman right here, who happens to be my father, General Vang Pao, up in the mountains of a tiny Southeast Asian country called Laos, where America had no clue who the Hmong were, but they established a reputation credible enough for the CIA and the United States government to contact, because they were known as freedom-loving people but fierce fighters when their freedoms are threatened, or if there's any aggression towards the freedom and liberty that our people in the past and today so much cherish and value to the utmost. So, to the Hmong Lao veterans, among many other ethnic groups in the Kingdom of Laos at that time, today they go by a different name, but we reflect and remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for someone like me, and how Councilman Chavez just said, for us, the younger generation, and those many of the young boys and girls you see running around us today, to have the life and the freedom and the liberties and the privilege that we have today here in our country. Without them, without our heroes, without our leadership, and without the cause that unites us as a people, of freedom, of democracy, and the unity between us and with us, that we stand united as a people. We look at the dynamics of the world we live in today, especially with our country today, the multiculturalism that makes America great, the different individuals that come from different walks of life that form these United States of America, and has always been the thread of our democracy. And so we must cherish that, and we must preserve that, to fight whatever impending ideologies that may face, or we may face as a people tomorrow. And through these conflicts that we've seen, we have adversaries and enemies, some of them who are our friends today, but there are still those who still seek out to threaten our country and our way of life. And it's just a reminder to us of the so great importance of us to remain united, regardless of the differences that we may have. And there's not a whole lot of difference, folks, I must say. So that's just a contrast of the journey that was set out by our ancestors, to our parents, and to us as the children today. And I just want to finish my portion in English, that regardless of the past, whether we have a positive outlook of it, a negative outlook of it, we're here today with our focus of the future, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our state, and in our country. And I know it would be the wish of our great leader, the former and late General Vang Pao. If he was standing here today, we would honor and respect those who made the ultimate sacrifice, but we have our gauge on our future, and how do we move forward from here. So it's a day of reflection and honoring. It's a day to remind ourselves who we are and where we came from, but it's also to encourage and motivate us to do more in the future, to better, to improve, to make advancement and progress, not just for our community, not just for our Central Valley, as important as it is, but for us as a people and nation. So I think that's one of the main messages of why we are here today. And that's how I would wrap it up and sum it up. Of all the speakers, of our veterans, of the ladies and gentlemen who are here today. So thank you very much for having me here. And again, I will conclude in Hmong, so bear with me as I now transition into Hmong. 我做得到这他合作，今年就知就佢就啲，就能就在就碰就要啦。ตัวไปจากความชื่อเสียงลูกกูให้แต่ยา包路蒙了呀，ลูกกูอยากไปจะหน่อยจะชื่อจะเลยจะไปสอบเขาเชื่อเขารอนะว่าจงนั้น到咗แล้วกูให้เราลูจงเชื่อใจต่อเลยเทียชื่อเสียงชับเลยหูน้ออย่าตัวไปจะปุตุตรตัวจะพอจะเยอะจะเนี่ยจะซีตัวไปจะคือจะตีกูให้เดียจะชิ้นยันตัวไปเลยลมว่าเราจะเชื่อมั่วต่อมั่นช้าเราตัดปวดตัวรู้เตะรู้เฉยนึกกูเชื่อแต่ยังรู้เตะเฉยรอเรายังรู้เตะเฉยรอจัวซื้อยังวีจะลาจะการเนาะกูยังเฉยเดินเจอเตะเฉยรอสุริเตะเฉยมิกาสุริเตะเฉยไทยเตะเฉยสัวเตะเฉยเนี่ยล่ะไปจะจ่อตัวไปมองบล็อกก็ทะเลาะจัวตัวเสือชูชีเตะเฉยมิกานะตัวท้อเทียใต้ไปจะมองก็เสือตัวมิกาตัวนั้นยังบ่ายเนี่ยตัวรู้เตะเฉยรอจัวไปมองใจด้านหนึ่งพนักอีกเขาก็ให้พิเศษตัวจะเนี่ยจะสีเทียไปจะโอตุจอนี่จับเกยรับใช้รู้เตะรู้เชอเนาะnữใช้ตัวน้องตัวอย่างน่ะรู้เตะรู้เชอเหมือนมันเอาไปรู้เตะรู้เชอเนี่ยจะโอตุจอจิตท่านเนี่ยพ้นว่าปออย่าไปตัวไหนทหารหนูกูอย่าเป็นห้องเหนียงห้องจีมีกายอยากจะตัวทอหนึ่งวันเดย์นี่อย่าตัวหลังจอเป็นห้องเราก็เธอหล่อจั่วเสือตัวจอบุญจันโตยิ่งฝีกูเขาไม่รู้จะรู้ยังกูรอพ่อได้ชิมีกันเอาแต่ชิกูเขาอยากตัวต้นใจเทียกูเขาว่าเจ้าคงจะมองรงหันเขาโตรอถ่าเราไปจิตท่านในพ้นว่าปอถอดเตลุใจหนูกูหล่อย้อเขาว่าเขาเจหนูกูเขาจิตแต่หมดเราเจอรอเลยเจอละคือเอาจิตตัวกูเขาโตแต่ใจเช่นจีเรียรอโลไปเฮ็ดซื้อโลต่อชิถาโลแต่รอเขาสลงซึ่งจะตัวเอาจิตตัวกูเขาไม่ติดเขาnói như cho đa mìnhจะเดียเลยให้น่าเขาชิเจอุ้งจังตัวแต่จุ่มกุ้ยนะกุ้ยชิเจเราไปจิตท่านในพนว่าปอต่อซึ่งแต่สิเลยให้คันได้ยาเกวัดซีวัดตู้แต่กูยังรงเชื่อหังแต่กูมัวจะคงจะมองร่องแหงแต่กูอยู่รอแล้วก็ว่าตุ้มเจอหรอกูเขามัวรู้เชื่อหังเด้อจะไปจิตท่านในพนว่าปอหนูกูให้เดียจอดจ่อเนาะกูอยากอีกข้อจีรงกูอยากอีกข้อเชื่อเลยจีสากับมัวแต่สิรู้เชื่อหังเด้อรู้จักทันเด้อรู้สถานการณ์เด้อไปจิตท่านในพนว่าปอยิ่งป้อให้เดียเจออินโนตัวจีได้เชื่อมีการตัวเราเตะเฉยเนี่ยล่ายิ่ง有ตัวไต่有ตัวท้อจีเนี่ยล่าเราสวยยิ่ง有ตัวไต่ตัวท้อเกจอดจอเนาะเจอลิจาเจออูเท่าอินูออนูอีวันที่อีลีอีชงเตอเราจอดจอยิ่ง有ตัวจอนเดี๋ยวเป็นมองตรงว่ารู้เตะเฉยเราจอดถงได้เจนี่ให้ได้โจสถานการณ์ตรงนี้เด้อจะเตะเฉยมัวมหาอำนาจเรา有ตัวจังตัวสี有ตัวจื้อตัวผาจะเป็นมองเขาเนี่ยเรารู้ได้เฉลยจัวกูอยากสร้างบล็อกจะจิตท่านในพนว่าปอตัวมันจะจีเชื่อให้เดียร้องเพลงจ้าเราจะต่อยิ่งเยอะตัวอย่าเทียบเจ้าเขาเกี่ยวกับเป็นมองตัวเลยจ้าบล็อกก็เท่าหลอดตัวตัวเลยจ้าก็ได้เชื่อตื้อมัวเกี่ยวเตี้ยตู่ไทยยังให้ยูเพลงได้จะมีการเอาตื้อสากลในเบลเลยตัวสิ่งที่สิทธา别到讲到呀，但是不要去别的单，但是看见路，其他那碰到包，你我这边都过还点，现在你别弄到绕到背上人好了，好了不别到背，个边家家早天对面对面鸟落到还点，弄那背鸟那背毛路那容易家，你出息理解了，其他那碰到包都到家还得对前面干喏， lo khờ tua trò nên đâu lúc tây chờ lo one day cho như là nó sợ lo yên sa bỏ hay tiệt thôi chỉ đâu lúc tây chờ nó tua ăn kít là lo yên su yên tôi muốn ít cái là lúc tây chỉ mấy cái nó thì chịu sự chính đây là cái sự lúc tây chỉ mấy cái nó tay hoa lúc cái tay có tay sự tua nó mấy cái hữu civil war lo mấy cái yên mù thâu lúc trả thân đó là chỉ là cho địa tây thì ít thì onต่อสู้เยอรมันchoโลกที่อ่อนเด้อยังเกี่ยวกับเราสู้ตัวโซเวียตกูเชื่อแต่ตัวจอนตัวโซเวียตแต่是ยิงตัวจอนท่องเปลี่ยนเดียเต้โซเวียตให้มีการยิงมูจือเทียบพาหมดจอนจะเป็นบ้องไหนอีกพอเนี่ยแฝงสวนเนี่ยตัวเขาเนี่ยตัวลูกเต้จะหลอดจั่วอย่าชัวโซเวียตเห็นมีการจือเนี่ยล่าเทียมรอเทียข้าเหม็นเป็นจะเนาะก็มัวให้การxử lý nóจะเป็นโจขันเด้อแต่是你莫一开容，特别是他那碰到把做给自己些，如果只是烂上都赚都多，哎对哦，莫里那你啥里家，但是你是烂到被多是给你自己些，老罗的自己些晒着了应要，但是你自己些要，好的要只莫给着到那被蒙哈只莫讲对那对前面个那，guarantee 里面个还100%被只莫弄那，被对面都没有，里股里被着那对呢对吉林，是的那。被只摸路能容的是呢，他被到沙巴还得找到应只一早好给沙漠，只是也早啥给被盗，被对呢对鸡，头找到米个臭被嘛กู摸着很，头米个偷盗，被只能蒙不不特了做做人很，可能被人弄那还得对呢对鸡，对米都米鸟，若周鸡。loa trâu chỉ từ tụ công sản là tụ yên cho tụ to lấy trả là mua tây tụ chỉ mua toàn ra là khoản ra họ nói 4 lần tan thọ luôn nó bị xí lúc chơi lúc nhung nó lòn giọt cho lỡ xóa lần xóa tụ vì mua lỡ giờ bị cho phải lỡ giờ cho thọ cho học kỹ nó bị tây nè tây chỉ tây cứ tây tì lúc nó bị từ mua luôn năng rong lên nó chỉ nhớ trong lúc tây chờ mi cả nó sư thì sự bên mong nhớ trong thông can đâu khử còn nào qua trong năm đầu thì do cho thì thọ cho lần nữa lý của hai lúc của chân lòng khi bắt ta lúc năng nhớ ta bên do cho nó thì sự cũ mỗi khó chỉnh chân trong bên cho nè cho gì bây giờ cứ cho tí cho mi tu mi nhỏ họ bên trên năng mong nó hay tiền nó này bên tuột mua luôn năng rong lên nó bao cho pe lúc rong là họ giờ của hai tụi lấy chỉ này họ giả lúc thành thế từ khi pe chỉ chua cho họ cái đến đây giá toàn đây họ pe tụi giá ta của chỉ họ bị chịu sự mê họ toàn đây giờ đã chỉ tụi pe mong chỉ tụi mua lò tây nữa để chỉ cứ tên năng trà nữa từ khi cũng dân tao hay tiệt lò tây nè tây chỉ tây bao tây giờ lò tây chỉ tụi họ nó tụi pe mua không nó被主要厉害复苏弄到某家当地古容些还点被摸着工作梦中里呢后被只能梦后被只能了不特了着让人能那家我都着nên tàu trừ sĩ cũng rằng tàu họ cũng một nó tàu họ chờ đi lòng lòng bê cho kia tên nào tên trừ mi cả họ bê bao là bê bao họ bê chỉ bao là bê những chỉ ăn họ ya tận đây thì sự cú yên nó đua tên nào tên chưa mi cả xử lý chi Peter nó ya ít tụ thế tiểu này cho này cho chín này cho bao tên trong nhà cú chỉ bao cho thế ra đan nên chỉ là ra đan nên ở bây giờ biết thả rồi cái tin này trả lời nó lừa hai nên thì xin này ra đan nên ya ít tụ yếu sĩ cái gì sao mà khi tàu ít lúc trong vào là thọ to cho học cái tuổi cho cho bây giờ mong vậy ít thằng một giá tạm đây nữa bổ lên đó nên ra đa năng有些cái gì nó chỉ mua lử hay năng giá biết tao giá thả tao giá là sĩ tao thì bên phong sĩ nữa họ nói ít họ chữ sinh thì họ nói ít họ chân chân cái kiaแต่rồi này tây quan chỉ là này tây cháu và tây này sao hay tây ô lo cái tây mình tụi mình nhớ tên gì sai chỉ tao tây tây rồi rồi lo tới hai tiệt 被其中的是cho hai liên đây cho chính cả xuyên đó là tụ khen thì cho hai cho nếu mà luôn chỉ tao tao thì đã chỉ số nữa để chỉ cho bao ta thì cho dây thì cho bao sản kê chỉ là những bao ấy tiềnนี่ยังอีจะจังจังชับเลยเดี๋ยวไปชิมห้องนะหนูมูต่อชาคอยเดี๋ยวนี่สินี่รู้ดารู้รอหนูมูต่อชาคอยนี่สินี่ตอนนี้ชาเราปกติไทยรู้ได้รู้เฉยสินี่จะกงเชื่อกงจือเช่าเป็นห้องรู้นั่งก็รอพ่อเติมป้าจีจีเตี้ยรีเป็นห้องรู้นั่งรีเป็นห้องรอหลู่หายนะแต่พอน้อยนี่raด้านหนึ่งnhờ tuอยู่สิกะเจจีไหนพ้นว่าปอยbên này phun nó vào tiền để xí rồi mong nhà mong xí rồi cho cái cho để rồi chỉ cho bên có trò xí rồi choพัฒนาก็เป็นมองบล็อกเป็นตลอดจวบมัวหน้ามัวเห่ามัวหน้ามัวจื้อมัวใจมัวสิมัวใจมัวว่าเขาชิลัวดอกชัวเรื่องชัวตูเอเชื่อเด็กกงเตงดอกเป็นจิตทนายพลว่าปอล้อว่าจิตตัวว่าเต่าเท่านั้นเชื่อแต่ล้อว่าเต่าล้ออีหลังซื้อแต่สิขนาดนี้ตัวไว้ตัวเขาอย่างซื้อดอกเป้จะมีตู้มีหยวกปอนู่นเนาะเป้เชื่อเด็กยังเต่าเกิดอีกคอแต่ในเจ้าวันเนี่ยว่าจีเอส่งจ่อลีน้องหมูยาต่างเด้ตัวเป้าลีจ่าละตัวเจ้าลีจ่าละเป้สิตัวนั้นหมูว่าคันเด้อปัญญาจีนั่งนู่นเนาะเป้จีใจตัวตื่นมัวปังสื่อตัวตื่นเจ้าให้เต้เฉียมลงเต้เฉียนเนี่ยเป้สิตัวนั้นตัวตื่นเป้าลาลีจีอีเป้เท่าตัวนั้นหมูว่าก่อน头个被这样梦被在到这给种也当代被说，可能这给不说，这给好骗人么？一考了那被其他人碰到跑了，了要因要这竞争天生的被这样梦单谈呢，กูยังจังเตา头sau nó ประธานจะใจว่าลงประธานน้ำลงเที่ย executive director Peter ว่าเราอยากก็ว่าจีประจงนั้นเตาในกูจ่าตัวอีลูพิธีรองcực là rong cực kiaนู่นน้ำเจ้าตีหน่อยตีจื้อผมไปรู้ใจรู้รอตัวกงเป้เจ้ากูว่าตู้แล้วกูว่าคือเลยเชียตัวหายไปรอรู้เช็คเกในนำแต่ไปจิตทันในผลรับปอไปยิงยามีตัวมีหยวนแต่ไปจิตทันในผลรับปอตันทองกูรอรู้กูสอบเกี่ยวกับจงนั้นเตาโดกงหัวเราแบบเทรนในใหญ่ลูกกงหัวแต่กูจีอีลูกกงหัวเชียเราอยากจะเจอตัวกูยิงปอนได้เราในตัวเจ้าตัวจีมันต่อจานต่ออยากป้าไปรู้ใจรู้รอป้าไปจับผู้ตุจอนาเราเก่าอย่าลูกหอบเพี้ยแต่ลูกกงหัวเราแบบเทรนเนาะจังเตาให้เตียพน้อยอย่าอีขอบปีคือว่าให้ปตาซื้อเกี่ยวว่าคือตีจีตู้เกี่ยวว่าอีเจเราอย่าอีให้กงใจกงรอกงอีลูเตลูเชอกงอีให้นึงทงเดียเตขอเราคุ้นจังต่อยเตียกูว่าคือเรากูว่าต้นแต่ในเสด็จดีตีล้มลงให้ปตาเป้ว่าคือตีจีตู้เป้เจียย้อนเดินได้หมู่ยาตองได้เป้เจียชิบว่าซื้อปืนเป้เจียชิบาชิบเชอเดินได้หมู่ยาตองได้ขอเราให้เราดีตีเนี่ยตีจีตีคือตีตีก็เขามาเกี่ยเชียเขามาเกี่ยว่าเทียนี่เขาชิบเอาจ้าหรอเดี๋ยวเขาหนูเขาหูจ้าแล้วในตีวันนี้ตีเนี่ยตีจีตีคือตีตีนี่ฮะตัวเชอตัวงาตัวปลาตัวเต่าจื้อยี่ไปซีโซว่าอีเจนึงไปซีโซว่าอีไฮนึงเตะมีการเนี่ยไปรู้เตะไปยิงสัญจรมีการเดียถูกเกอร์ไปยิงจะยังมงมีการเดี๋ยวขณะเขาคุ้นจังเช่เดี๋ยวรุ่นนั้นเนี่ยตอนเด็กกันตัวตะกี้ไปเจอชิโต้จะเกย์เนาะจะหกเกย์ก็ขอเป็นพงรุ่นนั้นกูเชื่อแต่จิตคอแต่สิก็จะเป็นพงรุ่นนั้นหมู่โตคอยรองชาไปมวนในโน่นเนาะเนี่ยขณะกูยิงรองเช่ให้เดี๋ยวนี่จะคือจะตีจะเนี่ยจะซีเชิญไปเชิญเชียเดี๋ยวชิกงอีกช่วงการเป็นมงจะได้หนึ่งเราหมู่ยาต้องเด็กเนี่ยไอ้คนเจ๊ถักไอ้头个เนาะทว่าชื่อว่าไป有时候เราต้องไปตีเนี่ยตีจีตีปอตีจีท่านเนี่ยคนว่าปอว่าตีรองเท้าจ่อยกูจริงยังจะเป็นว่าเนาะเดี๋ยวให้ปอฝืนปอเยอะผมกงผมมงชวนจวบไปชัวเรื่องชัวตูไปวันนั้นย้อนเดี๋ยวตีนักไปเฉลี่ยจนจิตใจกินนักกันยังรองเดี๋ยวว่าจนนั้นดอก
ไปตัวพงยี่ตันเดียนเนี่ยตัวหาในกินในเช็คเกจตัวไปชวนจะตัวแล้วไปมองเขาตัวชินเลยเขาตัวจอเลยเขาเวทveteranเนี่ยยิ่งมาช้ากันก่อนเลยเนี่ยตัวชินจีชินเดียนน่าซื้อก็ใช้ได้เนี่ยมวยดูฝึกขี่จะพาไปชวนจะตัว Our next speaker here is obviously, before you get up here, Colonel Rios, I just quickly was telling our folks that even though we recently met, I had a chance to talk with you about and see the passion, the commitment that you have, not only for our Hmong community, but equally important for our Hmong veterans. And so we look forward to working with you in helping you and helping our community, especially this generation, for us. So thank you for your partnership. And Colonel Wills, please come and say a few words for our community. Thank you very much for being here.
You look wonderful. A round of applause for our heroes. We sit here, and I don't know if you've noticed, they've been standing the entire time. You look great, my friends. Now, Peter Blanc, one of the things that I've been asked, why my passion? Well, my passion is simple. I'm not a representative, a politician, a public servant. I am just a simple warrior. I retired as a colonel, and it is my honor to have served this country. I was born in another country. English is my second language. But by God's grace, I have the opportunity of living in this land. My parents, they call them campesinos. They taught me the value of hard work, of integrity, of perseverance. They didn't teach me how to feel sorry or to be a victim. They taught me how to work hard. My dad would tell me, "Mijo, dale ganas. Dale ganas." He taught me to not do something just halfway. I had to push myself harder. And if I didn't like working in the fields, I had to work harder when I opened up the books. My dad, similar to General Vang Pao, taught me that education makes a difference. And so I pursued my education. And I had the honor of serving this nation as an officer in combat. Today is a day that we remember those who served and have passed. On Veterans Day, we remember those who are serving, who have served, and continue to serve. But today we remember those who have passed. I have 3 boys, and my boys say, "Dad, why do you do this? Aren't you afraid?" I will tell you, I'm the coward. I do not like spiders. I do not like snakes. I hate war. And war is scary. But the one thing about war is you're never afraid. You're never afraid of what's ahead of you, because you know who stands beside you, and you know the family who's behind you, and you will not fail. You will make sure that whatever comes your way, you will face it, and you will not turn away, because your brothers to your left and to your right, and your families who stand behind you, will not be sacrificed. It is our duty to stand and fight and ensure that the next generation has an opportunity. It's been said that those warriors who give their last breath, they give up their today, so we have a tomorrow. So it's our duty on Memorial Day to remember our duty, to remember the sacrifice of those who came before us, that if they gave up their today, our duty is to make sure that we don't sit just crying that they are no longer. We don't sit and stand where they left us. It is our duty to pick up where they left us and push harder. Our way of respecting those who have died before us is by being stronger.
We defend one nation, and we all bleed the same at the end of the day. So when the community, even its weakest link, have an opportunity to taste in the freedom, enjoy and the opportunity of the fruit of the labor, then all of our community are stronger for it. And so thank you very much, and thank you for all the things that you do outside of And I know it's hard out there as well as being a public servant, even though you're not a politician. We're getting close to the end. Before I get Peter to come, the executive director, he's gonna do a little closing. Kuchine was talking about the legacy of the general and all the work and the sacrifice, and I will tell you, part of his legacy is all the new Hmong politicians that are coming up, right? The opportunity to serve, but at the end of the day, it's about service. And so all of us owe that gratitude to the general and for what we do. And one of those that is here today that's working extremely hard on Memorial Day is also, I consider a younger brother as Bobby Bill too. If you can stand up real quickly so they know that you're here, spending your time here. Although you should probably be out there campaigning really hard. With that, trong đó là mình cho nên tôi là xin nói với họ là cái nhà sau mình chỉ là chế của sang chơi với tôi executive director Peter. Giờ tôi mua đồ sang cho biết tôi là chế còn nói biết sang một chỗ cho sponsor mình chỉ ha Peter thao cả tôi.
Good afternoon, good morning. We still morning, right? Let me just say a few English and then I will transform to a Hmong because we have several of our Hmong friends and community leaders are here today. First, let me thank all the speakers. I think you are terrific. And the reason you're here today because you are the perfect speaker for this special occasion. And selected because you experience the message you have, the support, the passion from Congressman Jim Costa, for Supervisor Alcantara, City Council Chavez, our General Son Chine, and Colonel. You are the perfect people. And then many other speakers out there, we could have asked them. But because our agency, when we start this function, I already have in mind that you will be the most important to be the first to deliver this message to our community. We do have TV and televised across the nation. So from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much. Your heart actually touching not only the local community, but touching every Hmong across the country. And thank you. I want to mention, but I would like the MC to include that we have a number of different sponsors that made this possible. And I want to thank you all that, whether a small support or big support, because you make this effort possible. And the agency, among my president, a board member, I'm very appreciative. We did not plan for this event, but after I spent 2 years with the agency volunteer, I felt that our veteran slowly fading out. We first came, we have over some 15,000 veterans. And today, each month, we have about 4 or 5 slowly fading out, pass away. Whether through aging, whether through wounded during the war. And here we have small group. That means that each day gone. And I don't know, next year we're gonna have this big group, small group. So to me it's very important. Very important that the message, the sacrifice they have, must remember. And I couldn't agree more that all the speakers have mentioned earlier. Our obligation, our responsibility to recognize them, to make sure that their lives is not in vain. And this is so important for all of us. Just why after my retirement, I came to Lao Veteran to volunteer, working almost full-time every day. Travel just to be the office and take care of paperwork, or talk to someone that have issue, or make a phone call to a Congress, or make a point to visit them. And do all this just volunteer. Because I feel this is so important. We don't know how many of them would leave us until the next 4 years. So this really make it happen because of all the effort and our veteran today. But let me just share with you a few things. The progress of the agency formed in 1991 as early speaker. We have accomplished many different things, different year, different leader, had different ideas. But two of the most significant that the public can deny. In 2000, the Hmong Naturalization Act, those individuals who may not speak English but qualifies to serve as a veteran. And the law passed during that time. President Bill Clinton signed the bill. So allow each veteran, Lao veteran, Hmong, the Mien, the Khmu, Lahu, so and so, able to take the test as a U.S. citizen, but someone can help translate. And therefore we have many individuals become U.S. citizen. And that was the progress of the Lao veteran among many other veterans across the country. The second, you probably earlier Congressman Jim Costa and Supervisor South Carolina mentioned the Hmong Veteran Recognition Act that recently passed. President Donald Trump signed it on March 23rd. This really become the focus on all of us that work very hard. And the bill passed, who are now Hmong was able to rest in peace, to become American. And this message, I think, we earn the respect, but also earn the thanks to American people, particularly those who work so hard side by side with us. Congressman Costa, Senator Kowalski in Alaska, a number of different senators across the country that actually support this. This is so important. And today we can tell our veterans that when you pass away, there's a place peaceful for you. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to be. And the rest of the veteran can rest in peace and sleep well. Now, there is a story that we cannot tell you much more. And that story actually occurred after the war. The war, you all know the numbers and the different struggle that Hmong gone through. But the story that need to share and share among our generation and the community. After 1975, Hmong actually left Lao, escaped from the communists. General Bang Pao, who left the country, and anyone relate, anyone is his soldier, will be prosecuted. Men, women, family just have the journey across the Mekong River to Thailand. We see many of them go through the jungle, be ambushed by the Pathet Lao, the Vietnamese, the communists. Many others cross the Mekong River, don't know how to swim, drown. We estimate that over 100,000 family, individual that will never make it. And these are the things that we don't talk about. We don't hear the numbers. My 15 years work for resettlement, I have many family came to my office, and you see they first arrived from the airport, father with a small child, mother a kid without father. two couples without children, children without parents. And the first question I asked, how are you doing? They start to cry, meltdown. And then say, well, so what's the wife? And you see the father start to cry, the kids start to cry. And then they start to tell a story that we left, we crossed the Mekong River, we've been robbed by the Lao who in the border, and we got to Thailand. And we also been raped by the Thai people along that border. And when they rescue us, we all naked. I feel so ashamed, and I don't talk about it. So these are the stories that are out there. Many thousand stories that we have not touched upon. And I feel it's important to express. I feel it's important to aid your community. And those who are the individuals that are able to make to this country need to remember, and we need to understand them, we need to know them, why they have such challenge, why they have such issue that oftentimes our psychologists, our mental health, our social service cannot help them. Because the inside already destroyed, that cannot heal. So it will take long time to do those. And those are the touch moments that I carry on today. As I continue to advocate, meet with Congress, I start to share this story with them, making sure that our new generation must never forget. Those who educate, those who go to school, now school is able to teach Hmong story, teach Hmong language, Hmong culture. These will be the story that we talk about the next generation to come. But for that reason, today is a such special day. And I could not agree more that your previous speaker. We need to recognize those who never been our list, never been our radar, but they have sacrificed, whether through the war or journey to the US, and never make it. And I think each soul that have sacrificed, it means so much. Today, we want to reflect that every soul of them to be remembered, to honor each of them. If we say them long, we say John Jubilee, John Jong. But today, this celebration or this honoring reflect every one of them. And I hope that you will continue to come next year, continue to support, continue to have the story, and all your message just so important, so touch. And that message we will share with our community, the community many years to come. Cô hạ bé là lũ mong tôi cho cái tiếng cha bé cũng đây là họ nói nó này nó chỉnh chân sắp lại nó bây giờ cho khổ chữ sang xử lý cho nó cho chữ làm đầu tu chỉ năng sự gì thành phồn chỉ năng tôi hay cho lũ đồ bé nó này cho này ý cho chỉnh chân kinh gạo bây giờ cho nên là tôi hay lũ vì để lời cho lời khó kể lũ lời cho lũ lời cho kỹ ba thì lũ bây giờ này là ý cho nên chỉ chỉnh chân cơ thế lời sai cho nên nó tôi bây cũng mua cho cứ tin chạy trong lần trong tù nhớ tạo và tạo chế cho sẽ phải chờ thì khi lấy cho mua cho lũ hay cho bây xe bây choวันนี้ว่าสิcho cứ chữ gì cái chúng nó cho TV nó thay là giờ tới đó cái có thể nhớ trong cái lúc khứ nó để cú sa cái này trên tàu hay thì bây giờ nó giờ inu chỉnh trên cái thời chuẩn là lúc công hộ Lào veteran bây giờ xã hội to toàn tên gì giờ vì thế cái chính trị và cho cô tu cho nên cái chỉ tàu ta xin nên hay là bé thì là tôi nhau đây cho nó cho chỉ tua tỏ muốn sau là mua cho trâu tua cho lọ thà là mua cho kia tua tới cho nó là đây tua mua hai dùng hai chua hay trâu như là tua hai dùng hai chua là đây tua chỉ có lụt đây bông đây tua là mua cho nó ý cho bé cho từ cho chơi cho chỉ cho chú cho pli nó nọ cái nó nói ua ý nó là mình cho thì tận thế là mua bây giờ ua thì nó mua lại tới rồi bây giờ xã là muốn thiệt ít cái hai lựa chọn bề tận thế là tua để cho từ tàu mua trong muốn xã bộ lúa chờ đây là nó bây giờ tàu là mua hai giờ tàu là mua ua ý à cái bây giờ tụi mình nhớ để cần đó nó bao cho thì thiệt chia thì vấn đề thế chia thì lạ hay chứ thì con nó bây giờ tàu thì con nó giờ có một cái và mình thì chỉ chia được bây giờ này giờ li cú ở châu được bây giờ khả năng lão veteran chua tụ giờ thì cái nhau phải SGU cái nhau phải tha tổ trợ phải này một này cú Alaska nó phải có bộ liên hợp veteran thân họ để bây khả năng chỉ ý chế này li có thể cho khoa chức sinh hải lợi giờ ý chế này và những ý chữ nhau cái nâu cái bưu cái thì chỉ lúc đấy cho nó đã cơ sự tôi thì nhẹ khó lợi chỉ là rau chờ để nó chỉ thả thì chỉ cũng chân tao họ thì mấy nô tư cũng chỉnh qua họ lùi nhớ cho họ lưu của họ lão về trần nào giờ chú cho cứ tiếng người cha nhớ đi tuần tàu ban tàu bên này cho là một rau chờ ok để chỉ thả là ý chế này nhau để cũ còn này lưu họ phiền được lão về trần theo được cũ lần rồi choคณะ board director ที่ประธานเห็นว่ากูวันนี้สุดเจ้าจะตัวเดียวตัวกูบอกเดี๋ยวมวยจะกูที่นี่จะชับเตอตัวโดเปชาโกเตอยู่บาชิโกซาโครเมนโตกูวันนี้เจ้าเนี่ยนี่สุดตัวนู่นจิตใจจะ community จะมั่วจะจ้องตูนี่ลีประธานสุเจนเดอเจนพงลีกูตัวนั่นเทีย我做的被都菜多long平山梦了，被要就整梦的点，就是被古我到底里面干，第二个天，路就古还里那是，就是每个 program，นู่นน่ะมันที่เทียบไปยังตัวไม่จะเกย์อีเทนตัวขวดตัวจะไปจะคือถึงจะว่าตัวป้าไปต่อไปช่างนั้นเลยแต่ชีถอไปว่าได้สรุปแค่นะเขามาตั้งเหมือนมีจะคอมพิวเตอร์จะพิมพ์ตัวเลยจะถอดสีอันใดนะถอดสีให้เดียนู่นน่ะไปยังจุดมั่วตัวนี้แต่ชีย้อนตัวไปขนาดจึงชัวของจอนเจ้าน้องเตาคือได้เขาเราจุดมั่วเท่nó bị thả bị khả năng là nuôi cho sinh viên nó tàu này mà đi sang tôi này cho chặt tới thế cho tới lá tụi này của nhau này họ xuất sẽ rủi ro đây cái nó cụ thể đại khái là hỗ trợ tôi này sẽ này hỗ trợ nó đâu cái thì ni sĩ nhiều sĩ chia sĩ đa sĩ ra sĩ lúc xưa tôi cộng bên nó bây giờ thì họ này có thể trộn suy để lựa chọn bây giờ cho cái trại trong tủ tua thế ni cho tua nó là họ đã tua thế giờ bây giờ cho cởi chân giống hay thì thôi bây giờ họ ni chơi ni lớn mà liền mình cái hay vì mình vào bây giờ từ tiền bây giờ chơi đã bây giờ sao cái tua mà bây giờ chơi con này thì còn là hay mà đi được giờ thì họ hay cho nó là họ tua thế giờ đi cụ đã mua lu mai nữa là một trâu bây tụi em xin thằng nào nữa mà là sầu con nào quá chừng
cụ trình cho要好好论及那要上来节是问题呢cụ sa 我教bây giờ là thế này thảo ở这bây giờ tôi cho的是我bây giờ là thế呢这bây giờ我到bây giờ好了bây giờ他到bây giờ他到bây giờ不讨个没事了是呢 This is to recognize our mothers. I know we recognize our veterans in our community in terms of very patriarchal, but as I think a couple of you folks have said that without our mothers, they're supporting because they also sacrifice as well. And so I just want to make sure that before we we conclude that we also pay homage and respect to them because they are extremely important for us. But to our sponsors, to those that have made this event possible, I want to make sure we give them the proper recognition. First is Clovis Veterans Memorial District. Thank you, Fresno City Council Member Luis Chavez, Miguel Arias, Fresno City Council Candidate, District 3, our organization, Asian Business Institute Resource Center, Oil Guys, National Drinks, City Tire, Van Gold, Dr. Ying, Eric Zhang, Dr. Kale Vang, and Best Auto Service. Thank you very much for your sponsorship, for giving the organization this opportunity to continue to do their work for our community. But your support means a great deal. And also our certificate from the state senator, Andy Vidak, has also gave to our organization, Lao Veterans, in their recognition and their effort. So with that, I want to make sure I conclude, but please, we do have, you know, when you go to any Hmong functions, as I've said before, you will always have something. You are not going to leave without anything. At worst, you'll have some water, some drinks, and enjoy the company with us. But also just take care of some last minute stuff. We do have restrooms if you have to, right behind there. Just walk down the stairs, we'll get that. And I'll say farewell to my folks that are here in Hmong, and then I'll let everybody enjoy the rest of the weekend. I know all of us has a lot of work to do. Well, in you made the Zanji, Bayo watch down, Bayo may at a tie your pa, Yamonia Zame, Jamojo, Mochi, Jabetson Satuna, Yamukaluma, Lahao, Lord Lela, how she said she can miss Santa, Bayame to Deja to watch Paul Mitchell now, Hajinaka may powder, Yamimochi like Haito, Baby in Bame, and Bebantoha, Mishla Chalk, Monjon, and Jomo. Nhà nhớ rằng cái tàu cái mò cái nó cái hot thôi à cái bé cứ tàu bên lúc sáng nhớ rằng xong trái cho mình xong rồi thôi à chân đó. Very much for your sponsorship, and then also the Vang Unity, the National Vang Unity. Thank you. chân đó mình tôi thấy có tôi thấy lúc bị thế nào. Xin chỉ đó nè. Bây giờ cái họ lại cái ta是被抓了，mình chỉ要来还摸孔那的呢，那么河南西的呢，我真的按心记着相当的了。Thank you very much.